Hey guys, it's your girl Tina here. Welcome back to a new episode of Tina Tries It. In today's episode, I'm going to be testing out the next generation Dyson Airwrap. Now, I've been using the original Dyson Airwrap since it launched in 2018. I really enjoy using this, and so I'm really excited to try out the new generation. So I got gifted their complete set, and so I thought I would open it up and show you guys what's inside as well as test it out for you guys. So this is what it looks like inside. I got the Fuchsia Bright Nickel, and I think there's some other colorways available as well. Inside you get the Coanda Smoothing Dryer, the Firm Brush, the Soft Brush, two Airwrap barrels, one in 30mm and the other in 40mm, the round volumizing brush, the Airwrap styler. Oh, and I can't forget this guy, it's a little filter cleaning brush. Guys, I only just found out that I was supposed to clean my Airwrap filter out, and I've been using it since 2018. I've never cleaned it out and it is gross. Now let me explain what's the difference with these new attachments and then test them out for you guys. Starting off with this new guy, this is the Coanda Smoothing Dryer. It actually replaces the pre-styling dryer attachment. So this is actually a 2-in-1. You could use this to dry your hair to about 80%, as well as smooth any flyaways or broken hairs that might be sticking out. FYI, Coanda refers to the Coanda effect. Now, I am not one to explain scientific terms, but basically it refers to how the air flows and pushes the hair to wrap around the attachments. So you can just attach this onto the Airwrap styler. The actual body hasn't changed itself, it's mainly the attachments. So you can actually upgrade if you have an existing Airwrap. You can just buy the new attachments and it will work with your body. So to use this one, up top it has these like little arrows, and if you want to use it on the drying mode, you turn this knob to this smaller arrow, and then you can see there's this gap here, and that's where the airflow will come out, and you can just dry your hair as normal. Now my hair is dry, so let me just like wet it a little bit. If you guys are familiar with the Airwrap, basically to style your hair, it's best to dry your hair down to about 80%. So if you just come out of the shower and you want to just dry off your damp hair, you can just use this attachment I'm going to try out now. Let me just turn this on high heat and high airflow. I want to compare it to my old one. Okay, after that quick test, the main difference that I feel with this, I mean, obviously they look different. This one's a 2-in-1, but this one, the airflow comes out of a smaller gap, whereas this, I feel like it sucks in like more air, if anything, and the air flows a little bit more on this. But they both work well to dry your hair down. They both do the same job. Now to change it back to the smoothing function, I'm just going to twist the little knob here. So that actually sends this gap back, the airflow back, and now it can actually flow out of either side of this ridge here. To control which side the air is coming from, there's this top little switch. You can just like tap it on either side, and it's really easy to figure out like which side the air should come from. Before you use it, you just like tap it on your head, and then the airflow should come out of this side, and then you can start like running the styler down your hair. And then if you go to the other side, give it a quick tap and then go downwards. It's kind of like similar to the Supersonic Flyaway styler attachment, but this is for the Airwrap. So usually you would do this at the end, like if you just want to hide the broken hairs and flyaways. And if you've already styled your hair, you could do it on a light or low heat and just the low airflow setting. But I'm just going to do it in the medium because my hair is a little bit damp still. So I just quickly ran that on this side, and I can definitely tell like I usually have more like broken bits sticking out like on this side kind of thing. Once I did a couple of passes on this side, I can see that it does lay a lot flatter and it looks like smoother. It's definitely a handy attachment to use once you're done styling, I think. Moving on to the brushes, there's two brushes just like previously. There's a soft brush and a firmer brush. The soft brush is the one that I normally use. It's for finer hair and if you have like a sensitive scalp. This one, the firmer one, is great for coarse and thicker hair. Now these have been improved in that they have like an extra gap in the middle where the air flows out, so you're getting more airflow with this, creating a more effective coander effect, so your hair will follow the direction of the airflow a lot better. So I'm going to try it with the soft brush. Normally I use this attachment to smooth and just add a little bit of shape to my hair, so let me quickly do that. Okay, so I'm done with this side, it's dry. I usually just kind of like use this to bring my fringe forward a little bit, give it a little bit of a curve to frame my face, and then the rest is just how it is. It's just a lot smoother, it's dry compared to this side. I'm gonna stick my old attachment on and then like quickly run it on this side. Okay guys, this one, to be honest, I don't notice like a huge difference when I'm using it. I actually think I like the old one, maybe because I'm just more used to this one, and the bristles don't move as much as this side, the new attachment. But in saying that, I do feel like this one gives you a little bit more air, so it does dry faster. But in terms of like the whole, you know, the effect of it, I think you can get pretty much like the same finish with both. If it was like down to would I upgrade my old one to this one, probably not. I don't think, I'm pretty happy with the old one. I don't think it's like miles apart, you know what I mean? I feel like it does the same job. Not a game changer in my opinion. Moving on to the curling barrels. As you can see, there's only one of each and there's two different sizes, as opposed to the old ones where you had two barrels, one for each direction, and then if you wanted another size, you'd have to have another two barrels. So now they've actually made these barrels where you can switch the direction of the airflow just by turning the top. These I think are worth upgrading because it was a little bit annoying having to change the barrel each time you wanted to change the direction of the curl. So I could never do like alternating curls with the old Airwrap because it would just be too troublesome, like changing after each curl. Whereas now I can just flick the little top part or turn the knob and then it changes the airflow. So I'm gonna actually try out both sizes. I'll just do half and half. If you guys have longer hair, they do make the longer barrels as well, so you can get those. Now a little tip on determining which side you want your hair to curl. You can just look at the little arrows in the mirror and say, I want my hair to go out this way, so I'm going to turn it that way. Because it can be a little bit confusing when you're looking at it front on, but then if you look at it in the mirror, it's a lot easier because that direction, that side. That direction, that side. You feel me? You feel me? Okay, let's give this baby a go. Ooh, got myself a little ringlet. Check that out. Now I always curl on the highest heat, and then I'll hit it with a little bit of cool air by pressing that part up. So I'll always hit it with a cool shot afterwards to set it. This is what we get. Let me just quickly do the rest. My little mustache. Okay, so that's one side done with the smaller barrel. If I was doing the same, I could just twist and then keep going, but I want to try the bigger barrel. Okay, so I'm done with this side. You can see that the curls are a lot bigger and more loose. And then actually for the under layer here, because it's quite short, I just actually changed the direction of the barrel and curled it inwards to get a little C curl. And then the other curls can sit on top to add more volume. So you can see the two different results here. I think I like the bigger side better, or I just like it more brushed out generally, but you can kind of just see what type of curl it creates. I definitely like these barrels a lot better. I didn't have to like change it if I wanted to change directions, so it's a lot more convenient. Also, compared to the old ones, I feel like my hair wraps around this one a lot better, and I do have a lot of different length hair, like lots of layers and like some broken hairs, but you know, that was able to curl around the barrel nicely, so I did notice that my hair wrapped around this one better. First impression, guys, these barrels are definitely worth upgrading to. You don't need the two barrels for one size anymore, so it saves you space. It's just so much easier and more convenient to use. Finally, we have the round brush attachment. This is actually the same as the old one. I don't see any differences, but generally this one's really good if you want to create like a C curl at the ends. So you can, like, you know, wrap up the hair, create a C curl, or even create some volume at the roots. Let me show you. So if you want a little bit of root lift, you can just section a small part, put this on a lower setting, and just have the brush like underneath your hair, but not resting on your head. You kind of just want it like elevated like that. Hit it with a bit of cold air, and then you can just release. And it creates like a little bit more root lift here. Can you guys see that compared to this side? So you could do that for both sides and like the back as well to create a little bit more volume around the crown area. Cool, so that's how I create a little bit of root lift there. But yeah, this one's the same, so I guess there's not really much to talk about. Okay guys, so I'm done testing out the next generation Airwrap. What are my thoughts? I think like because you're able to upgrade certain attachments, I want to point out like my favorite ones. That would be the new Coanda smoothing dryer, and then the barrels, of course, because these are a game changer. I think everything else, like the brushes, are okay unless you just don't have it and you want to get the full kit, then yeah, get the new brushes. But if you already have the old one, I don't really see value in upgrading those. But with these attachments, they can definitely elevate your hair game. I think the smoothing function on this is really handy, especially if you tend to get really frizzy hair or if you have a lot of flyaways and you want like a clean look. Plus it doubles up as a hair dryer as well. So I love the 2-in-1 function of this, and the design is just so unique. Like they must have spent so much time researching and then like, you know, creating all these prototypes for this. Then if you guys already love the Airwrap for curling your hair, you definitely need the barrels that you can just change the direction. It's just so much easier. It's a lot more convenient. Like I mentioned before, they do have the longer hair barrels that comes in 20, 30, and 40 millimeters. And I think they also have a smaller round brush attachment too. Overall, I think it's really innovative what they've done with the new attachments and the upgrades. I think if you're completely new to the Airwrap system, definitely get the next generation because it's just a lot easier, it's more functional, makes hairstyling faster and just more convenient. If you have the old ones, just pick and choose the attachments that will suit your hair, because I know everyone has different hair types and hair needs. But I love the fact that you can use the new attachments with the old styler itself. Now, if you guys want to find out more information, you can hit the link below. You guys know I'm a big Dyson fan, so do check them out. That's it to this video, guys. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos I post, and I shall speak to you guys next time. Bye! My hair is just so big today. Whoosh.